Baseline foot, baseline foot.
Here we go.
Baseline foot, Meg, baseline foot.
Many sports teams like to call themselves a family, and a family is built on trust and respect.
Good roll, Haley.
Good Grace, good pass, good finish, Mount.
I think that Coach Devin is a perfect example of how men should respect women, and I think Coach Carey is another amazing example of how women should respect men.
Here we go, ready?
Coach Carey and Coach Devin lead the University of Nebraska at Kearney women's basketball team. The two share a love for the sport and a last name. Carey Amy is the head coach, and Devin Amy is her assistant and her husband. They started dating shortly after they both arrived on campus. Carey to coach the women, and Devin as an assistant on the men's team.
He claims that I was coaching down here, and he walked into the gym and saw me coaching and immediately thought, wow, that might be the person that I marry. I was maybe took a little bit longer than that to be convinced that was going to be the case.
I just remember thinking it's going to go one of two ways. It's going to be really awkward at the office and I'm going to have to probably resign, or it's going to go well.
It went well. The two eventually got married, and Devin moved to the women's team to coach with Carey.
Perfect, stay. Good. There was a lot of conversation with that because, you know, she's really the most unselfish person I know. So that was early in the conversations of, you sure you want to do this? I'll follow your career. I'll give this up if you want to chase this. And I'm grateful to have the opportunity to be able to be on staff with her, and glad that we made that decision.
It's been great. It's been probably the best decision we've made. You know, we have the opportunity to be around each other a lot in a profession that requires a significant amount of time. It allows us to be great at marriage and great at our careers all in the same token.
Show me what you're gonna get from Rockhurst. How about that?
The two spend their days together, strategizing ways to make their team better.
So you're saying here we need to probably just go with our cutters.
Go with our cutters.
And then putting those plans into practice at practice.
Be ready, right?
Rebound it, Liz. Good. Perfect.
And when work is through, they go home to be together, which is a lot of time together.
Devin and I joke a lot that, you know, we've spent more time together in our 5 years of marriage than most married couples have in maybe 20 years. So we've gotten to know each other really, really well.
And that shows on the court, where their players learn lessons from Carey and Devin about basketball and marriage.
Yeah, it's real life, and they're not afraid to show that. And we're really lucky that they're able to share that with us.
Here we go.
I think when we first started coaching together, we tried to be perfect. You know, we tried to act like or pretend like there was never a disagreement. Then I think after some time we realized that that's not necessarily what young people need to see anyway. You know, they need to be able to see people in a marriage or in a committed relationship that can have a disagreement and do it respectfully and still be totally fine.
The lessons Devin and Carey have been teaching on the court are working. During their 6 seasons in Kearney, the Lopers have become national contenders. Along the way, Carey has earned a National Coach of the Year honor. She was a standout basketball player in high school and college before even becoming a coach. She's watched women's basketball get better through the years.
Good, Lex.
Carey gives the credit for that to pioneers in women's sports like Billie Jean King and Pat Summitt, and the historic Title IX legislation aimed at making educational and athletic opportunities for men and women more equal.
The Title IX movement and the progression over the last even 20, 25 years since I was, you know, in high school. And you see the result of that is the talent. And basketball players that are playing in college now are just, their basketball IQ is better, their skill is better, and that is because of opportunities.
Good, here we go. Be better than you were last time. Let's go.
We're on the verge of hopefully having some really good female coaches break through even on the men's side, because there's some unbelievable coaches out there and unbelievable players from a female standpoint that need to be, you know, given exposure and opportunities. There's still a gap in it. I think we're working on that.
Their players also have an appreciation for how far women's sports have come. as well as recognizing the need to go much further.
I think girls have taken on basketball a lot more than they used to, and sports have become more mainstream, and it's okay for us to be athletic and be physical and work out a lot. We still uphold men's sports at a much higher level, and we value it a lot more than girls. And that's just something that I hope we continue to work for, and that I myself want to be part of that movement towards improving the respect and the valuing of girls basketball and sports in general. And I hope that the next generation does that too.
Obviously right now, with what our country's going through, and even social media and the awareness and publicity it brings to various issues, one being equity in sport, I definitely think that that has helped, and definitely we're going to see more and more change, but I don't think we'd be where we're at if we didn't have Title IX.
The Lopers basketball team, like women's sports in general, has come a long way. So have Carrie and Devin. Their hopes for the future are simple: lead a successful team as coaches and be a successful team as husband and wife.
It's just about serving each other, and me serving her, especially as a husband. I think that's ultimately where it starts, and it's been really, really good, and hopefully we can do it for a long time.
It's similar to what people say about Nebraska. It's not for everybody. This is probably not for everybody. It's not easy because there's a lot of challenges along with all the benefits, but it's for us, and it works really, really well for us.